It's cost of doing business, man. Well, I'll tell you a satisfying story along that line. Um, I work a case. It's a home invasion case. I'm buying guns and bombs from these home invaders, and they're doing rips. They're stealing people's narcotics. They're freaking super dangerous, rough crew. We knock the rip crew down, and of course they're pissed and they've been deceived and they're betrayed. And one of them puts a murder contract out on me. Okay, you know what? Oh, it's cost of doing business, man. You want to do this, people are going to be pissed off. 20 years later, after this case ends, this kid takes a heavy lick, man. This crew took a big lick. They show up for this narcotics robbery with guns and vests and rubber gloves and ski masks. I mean, they're down to get down, right? 20 years later, I'm doing an interview for a television show, and they're talking about this case. They're interviewing me about this home invasion case. I do the interview, and what they didn't tell me was that the suspect who had put the murder contract out on me was in the same building. They had interviewed him, and he wanted to see me. They're saying, like, what do you have to say to this guy? And I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing to say to this cat. He had a freaking hit out on me, man. What do you want me to say to him, right? They walked this kid into my room. He's not a kid anymore. He was a kid at the time. Now he's a young man or a middle-aged man. And he said, dude, you saved my life. My life had two end games to it. I was going to be dead or in prison. You were just doing your job. Like, I made these decisions that put me here. I trusted you. All these things that happened ultimately saved my life and gave him an opportunity to get right. So there's not always a bad, tragic, hateful ending to every one of these stories. And I'll tell you what I learned from that experience, and I learned it way too late in life, is that if I wanted forgiveness for my mistakes, I had to extend forgiveness to other people. The problem that I've had is that it's way easier to forgive other people many times than it is to forgive ourselves.
And I mean, you're never going to get right with anything that you've done in your life if you're not willing to offer that forgiveness yourself.